A warm welcome to the session on Practice Dismantling and Assembling in DC Compound Generator.
At the end of this session, you will be able to identify the terminals of series and field and armature.
Identify the parts of DC compound generator. Dismantle a DC compound generator. Remove, inspect and install bearings. Assemble a DC compound generator. Check if the generator is functioning well after assembling it. Let us now see how does it look. This is a DC compound generator. DC generator is a machine which converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy.
Those generators are used for electroplating,
Constant load purpose of lighting, mostly in railway coaches. Identify the terminals of a DC generator. Preparation of the test lamp with 240 volts 25 watts bulb. Connect the test lamp pod 1 to terminal 1 and then touch the pod 2 to each one of the remaining terminals, one after one. At which terminal the lamp glows brightly. Those terminals are identified as armature terminals, that is 1 and 2. Connect the test lamp pod 1 to terminal 3 and touch the pod 2 to rest of the terminals. At which terminal the test lamp glows, those terminals are identified as shunt field terminals, that is 3 and 4. To verify remaining other 2 terminals of series field terminals, also check up as above step 2 procedure and notice the terminals as known as series field winding terminals and the lamp glows with brightness compared to other terminals. Let us mark punch marks on both end plates and yoke. Before dismantling a DC generator, we have to make punch marks which help in assembling the machine correctly. Let us mark the rocker arm position with respect to the end plate. Remove brushes from brush holder. Mark the rocker arm with respect to end plate. This is the brush holder where we can see the clamp, leaf spring, lift, brush, pigtail wire, brush terminal and the commutated segments. By way of lift mechanism, brushes are removed using the brush holder mechanism. Let us learn about removal of pulley. We need to separate the pulley from shaft. Pulley puller has to remove in clockwise direction to remove pulley from the shaft. Before that, check for grub screw. If the screw is loosened, then pull it out. Let us learn about removal of grease cup. After the pulley, the next one is grease cup. A grease cup has a grease cup stud and an end plate as shown. Loosen the studs of both the end plates and then remove the end plates of the shaft side. This grease cup has a grease and act as a lubricant while rotating the shaft of the generator. Let us learn about removal of armature. After the removal of pulley, the armature has to be removed. This is the armature which consists of a end cover on both the sides, motor casing, ball bearing and a commutator. Open one end of the end plate slowly by holding the armature shaft by hand or a pulley block so that the weight of the armature does not damage the pole faces or field windings. Let us learn about removal of bearing. Now the bearings have to be removed using the bearing puller. Once the bearings are removed, the dismantle process gets completed. Inspect the bearings. Replace if required. Clean all parts of the generator. It is now time to reassemble the DC generator. Let us now begin to reassemble the DC generator. Let us know the guidelines for fixing the bearing on the shaft. In the reassembling process, the next one is beading of bushes. Let us now, it shows the method of beading the bushes. A silicone abrasive paper is used to bed the bush. Let us now look at some final steps to complete the reassembling process. The position of the rocker arm in the end plates as per original marking. Reassemble the yoke, armature and end plates. Reinstall the machine in the foundation and tighten the foundation bolts and connect the generator. Check whether the generator is operating smoothly without any vibration. 1. Remove the frame or yoke at nameplate or terminal block. 2. Remove the field winding. 3. Remove pulley grease cup. 4. Remove end cups or end shields. 5. Remove brushes. 6. Remove commutator and armature shaft and bearings. Let us now look at all the parts of the DC generator. 1. Armature. 2. Field coils. 3. Frame. 4. Field pole or laminated core. Armature and field coils are enameled copper wire. Frame is made of cast iron. Laminated core or field plates is made of carbon steel. Recap. In this session, we understood how to identify terminals, field and armature, how to identify the parts of DC compound generator, how to dismantle a DC compound generator, how to remove, inspect and install bearings, how to assemble a DC compound generator, how to check generator is functioning well after assembling it.
Now, we all know how to dismantle and assemble a DC compound generator. Hope you have understood all the concepts clearly. See you in the next session.